Good morning, everyone. We are on 18th Avenue on a Sunday morning, just around 11 a.m. The last time I was down here, walking in this direction was the 18th Avenue Feast. So it's been a little while going in this direction. We just did, I think it was last month, we did the Ditmas Avenue walk. And then we did Flatbush Avenue and Cortellia Road. If you remember, we started here and went the other direction. So now we're going all the way down until it ends. So that'll be our destination. Pretty much we're going to walk until we get to the ends, which is Shore Parkway. Right now we're coming up on 65th Street. I'm going to stay on this side because it's the sun is still low. It's in the morning. And you'd have the sun in the lens. As a matter of fact, we're about to get into that right now to kind of give you an idea why we're on this side today. Actually, isn't that bad. Looking at the screen, the little penny-sized screen I have on this camera. So. Now let me just do a quick camera check because I didn't do my camera check. I just started recording. So here we go. All right, we're good. Here goes Five Below. That's the answer to 99-cent stores. You can walk into a 99-cent store and nothing's 99 cents anymore, so now they have Five Below. So there should be, everything should be below $5 in there. So I have no idea why, if that's why the name of the store is called Five Below. So I've never been in Five Below in my life, so I don't know. You can see when we cross these intersections, the glare of the sun really gets into the camera. So you probably watched the 20th Avenue walk that I did before this with no commentary. It had been a while since we went down 20th. As a matter of fact, the last time I did 20th Avenue with the camera was last winter. So I was like, yeah, let's stroll down 20th Avenue. But what happened was, see Town and Walgreens. And yes, Telco is still here. It's pretty busy. Sunday mornings are usually busy down here. What I was going to say is I was doing the 20th Avenue walk and I accidentally set my exposure to +1, which means it was exposing a little hot. So I had to go in and edit. I had to make sure I had to pull down the brightness of that video. So hopefully the exposure is good on this. If it is, well, if you're watching it, it is, because I wouldn't put something up on YouTube if it looked horrible. So I've done that before, where I've kind of canceled an upload and said, nah, this doesn't look good. So So we are walking on 18th Avenue. Like I said, last time I was down here in this direction was the 18th Avenue Feast. So that was back in August. Get around this guy. I don't like crossing in front when they're waiting for the light to turn green. This used to be a heavily Italian neighborhood back in the day. It gets very Italian during the feast, during the 18th Avenue Feast. There's still a good amount of Italian people living in the neighborhood. We haven't all disappeared.
We're so close to home.
Got one of the Italian cafes coming up over here. And then you've got the bakery. And this is Cafe Italia right here. And then you got Villa Body. See all the guys always hanging out over here. Temperature is pretty nice today. I mean, it's chilly, but there's not a lot of a breeze. So it's 50 degrees right now, and it feels like 50 degrees. We did have a week that was pretty warm. It was in the mid to upper 60s for a few days this week. Pretty nice out. That's what happens this time of year. You have 3 seasons fighting each other. You have spring, fall, and winter, all competing. Got the Italian Wreckers place here, which is currently closed. They're not closed down, they're just closed today. Queen Anne raviolis.
Okay.
want to stop right here because I got people walking right up my rear. I'm walking a little slower than normal today just to, you know, let everybody get the sights in. Crossing 73rd Street. This is the old, by the way, I forgot to mention as we're walking by, is the old Cotillion Terrace catering hall. I went to a few Sweet 16s in this place. That was the thing back in the day in this part of Brooklyn. I mean, I can't speak for the other parts, but I know here, growing up as like a teenager, there was a ton of catering halls down here. I worked in like 3 of them. I worked in McCallie Terrace, which is gone. That building is gone. That was that's where the Food Dynasty is. Next door to that was McCallie, and then now it was the Walgreens, but now it's this big empty building. I think there's like a bank over there still, but it's right across. You know what if you've ever been in Bensonhurst, it's that right across from Outback. But that was one catering hall that I worked in. You had Del Monte, which is another one I worked in. That one, that was the one that I worked in for a long time. And that's located on Bath Avenue, right on the corner of 19th. It's now an appliance wholesale place. And then just a couple of blocks from that, right across the street on Bath Avenue from the police precinct, over by 20th Avenue, was Colonial Manor, which is now the Islamic Community Center over there across the street from the police precinct. I worked in that one too. Used to make good money working in a catering hall back in those days. For a teenager, you get $60 a night plus tips. This has become a big spot here for people that, you know, drive these mopeds and these e-bikes. So this week we got Thanksgiving. As I record this, it's Sunday, so Thanksgiving is on Thursday. So the holidays are here pretty fast. Remember we did that walk on 84th Street So the lights have started coming on in some of those houses. So mostly to test to make sure that they're working. So last night I was just taking a walk, like just a normal walk. Loyal Order of Moose. This has been around for a long time, man. I think this is where Freddie Flintstone comes and puts the horn hat on. But yeah, I was saying a lot of the houses started turning the lights on last night for the Christmas lights, and it looked nice. It was, you know, pretty bright in the neighborhood last night. Coming up on 79th Street. Look at this mess of bikes. Look at this. Jeez. Coming up on 80th Street. They were walking slow, so I want to cut around them. Goes Frank and Sal's. I used to get my sandwiches there when I used to work over here when I was a teenager. I already did a walk, like a night walk, a few months back where I explained the area over here. Well, I used to work in that big, across there, right across that big red building. It's now completely, almost completely a bakery, but for those who might have missed when I spoke about this building back in the day, this used to be, the bakery was only on the ends of the building, and then the rest of the building was a warehouse, a video warehouse. VHS videotapes, you know, back in the day when you used to rent a videotape. As a matter of fact, this right here was a video store. Let me get out of the sun, and let me block the sun if I can. This used to be a rental store where you buy and rent movies. But I used to work in this building when it was a warehouse, and we used to, basically we were the wholesale drop for all the video stores in all of the 5 boroughs, including out in Long Island, further out in Long Island. It was called Flash Electronics. Everybody's playing cards for I'm sure for money. I won't say anything. Looks like they got a little farmer's market going on over here. Yep, that's what it looks like. Kernan Farms of South Jersey. And let me read out to you where they're going to be. Well, you could probably see it on the sign. They're in Bensonhurst on Sunday, 81st and 18th Avenue. That's today. Wednesday, they're going to be in Prospect Park, West 15th Street, and then on Saturday at Grand Army Plaza. And then in Manhattan today, they're on 81st and Columbus. Tuesday, they're at Astor Place, Union Square on Wednesday. Friday, 97th Street, and Saturday, I can't even see that. 12th Street and 8th Avenue, I can't even say that. Abington Square? There you go. Here you go. Hey, we were here the other day, 84th, well, we're coming up on 83rd Street, but we'll be passing 84th Street. And this time what we'll do is we'll take a little walk on the church grounds here and look at the church before we continue on to Shore Parkway. Kind of give a look at what it looks like. What I'll do is I will cut in here. Am I allowed to even be in here? The gate was closed. The main gate was closed. So I'm cutting on the lawn here. Sorry. So we kind of get a look at the church. This is a very old church. And there is the Freedom Pole. You got Maggio Music Center is still here. Still open, still in business. One of the few things still around from my youth. And we'll be passing Pizza Den shortly. You could see how annoying that sun is, man. Maybe I should have picked an afternoon walk and went the other direction. Oh, it smells like really good pizza. I'm in the mood for pizza now. 86th Street. All of these stores here, I didn't mention it on the 86th Street walk the other night, but all of these stores here that you see here, these big stores, used to be really high quality furniture stores. This is where you came down here to buy either some high quality furniture, or if you went further up towards like 15th Avenue, you came here to buy a car. There's still a couple of car dealers down here. The Chevrolet place is still over there. Coming up on the firehouse, which just so happens to be the firehouse that I have a cousin that is a firefighter, and this is his firehouse. Right next to it is a church. This is engine 243, ladder 168. Like I said, my cousin's a firefighter. He's out of this firehouse. Net cost market. Down here, there's a lot of auto retail, like auto body shops. They do a lot of detailing and collision work. Benson Avenue. Benson Avenue is over here, and Benson Avenue is in front of us, so it's kind of a strange route. Across the street, that was also a catering hall. If I remember the name correctly, I think it was DeBall Gardens. And then here, this big building is the Italian-American Cultural Center. It has a big pool on the top floor. Very, like one of those like Olympic regulated style pools. They have a lot of stuff in here. They got like a gym. The membership fee though to be in this building it's pretty high. I think it's something like $300 a year or something. Go look it up. They have a website. So now when you get to this part of 18th Avenue, it just becomes mostly, you know, big garage type storefronts. Key Food is up here. This is actually one of the supermarkets I go to do my shopping. Back in the day, all these condos you see here, they were either empty lots or they were like garages, like what's on my left side. And then at some point they built a lot of these condo units back in the day. All right, so we are making it to Bath Avenue. Here we are on Bath Avenue. I got to do a Bath Avenue walk, but with commentary, because from my own perspective, I have a lot of like history as far as what used to be what. This used to be a hardware store, which turned into this place after the other hardware store that was here for many years sold it. And I don't know if I think they were open maybe for a little while, and then that was it. It's always been closed. There goes Key Food. This is where I go to get my food. Some of it. If I go to get like my meats and my sauces, it's usually I'll go down to Pastosa, or for meat I'll go to like, you know, the pork store on 16th Avenue. Sometimes I'll go over to 13th Avenue. B&A, right? Is it B&A? I don't even keep track of the names of all the pork stores anymore. I just know where they are. As you can see, there's nothing down here now. Now this last block is just all residential. It's probably the only residential block on 18th Avenue. This is the home of Bruce Supply. Have you ever seen those big red trucks in the city or in your neighborhood? This is where they're based out of, right here. You see those trucks everywhere. In the morning when I do my food shopping, sometimes I gotta walk by here and there's always a lot of like activity going on down here. Forklifts and trucks. We have made it to Cropsey. Clocking in at 37 minutes, not bad. Trying to get everybody in shape. What I'm gonna do is cross over, get ready for the last block, and then we end it. Alright, we're back. I cut the video. I tend to cut the video if I have to wait a long time for the light, so. We're on our last block of the leg. This is all residential until we hit the Belt Parkway. Now this block is always an interesting block when you're walking. It is a very tightly spaced block. It's a very short sidewalk, as you can see. So there are times when you'll be walking down the block and someone will be coming down and you gotta like stop and let them pass. Or they stop and let you pass. So like right there, that's a tight spot right there with the tree right up on top of you. Must be great if it's, you know, you live here during the winter and you got to shovel your sidewalk. There's not much to shovel. It works out that way. All right, we are coming up to the end. I want to thank everybody for taking the walk. Coming to the end of the year now. Be reaching out to the city coming up, and we'll also be doing a lot of walks around Brooklyn looking for some good Christmas houses, including the ones in my neighborhood. But you can imagine everyone's going to be coming to those homes. So there'll be a lot of material. So stay tuned, because the walks are going to get pretty bright when we start doing those night walks and we start looking at Christmas decorations. Looks like this guy's got the Christmas decorations up. Got a little tree there. All right, everyone. We are done with this walk. And I want to thank everybody for coming along, and I will catch everyone on the next one. We are ending the walk here on Shore Parkway and 18th Avenue, the ends of the road for us. Take care, everyone.